Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of adult age, welcome back to Dave's Empire 1981. I am pretty freaking stoked for this video today. We have a new Masters of the Universe movie coming out. Mo2 2026 is what I'm going to refer to it as, I suppose. And there's multiple action figure lines to support this new movie. With this one in front of you is the Chronicles line from Mattel. This is approximately 6.5 inch, somewhere around the G.I. Joe size. And yeah, I'm just gonna get into it because I'm pretty excited about it. But don't mind me while I'm crinkling around in the background here. I forgot to grab something for comparison in a bit. Cool, that'll work. He's off to the side. Alright. As I said, Masters of the Universe Chronicles. We have He-Man, which I picked up at a Target about 2 weeks ago or so. We have Skeletor, which I picked up from Big Bad Toy Store. It arrived Monday. Today is May 13th as I'm filming this, and I'm probably going to upload it immediately after being done. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. In 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a bit, whatever, we have the new movie. So, let's get into the figure. Obviously, the packaging is designed really nicely, so the photos meet up. It's very similar to the Masterverse packaging, but naturally a little smaller. On either side we have the little promo shots, somewhat artwork there. On the back we have the opposing images, or on the side. Pretty sweet. On the back of the boxes are pretty easy to understand. There's a little write-up for either character, some posing options. He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Triclops, Skeletor, and Trapjaw. There's all the stuff on there. And just for you, there's a barcode for He-Man and a barcode for Skeletor. We're going to start with He-Man since I got him first. And I got something special for the height comparison in a bit. I made what I'm calling a measuring arch. Yeah, sure. That'll work for now. We're going to go to the top. We're going to crack this tape. And we're going to get into it. I know they don't have a lot of extra accessories. You can see what they come with pretty much in the box. Just like Masterverse, they have the little spot to the side where extra things would be if they came with them. Just for giggles, we're going to take a look, see if there's any surprises. There's not any surprises. And that's okay. But that's where extra things would be. He is strapped in, so we do have to take care of that. So now what you couldn't really see in the package was the artwork behind him is Grayskull. Let's set that there. We're going to try to get the things undone. There's the sword. Let's see, we've got One there. They're held in pretty well, but they could be tighter. So there'll naturally be a little bit of shifting. Get all these little plastic things out of the way. Get his only other accessories, his fists, out of there. As you can see, there is a pretty sizable torso gap there. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. Alright. This is really nice packaging, so I'm going to do my best to treat it nicely and keep it. So I'm going to put this back in the box. The Chronicles line is supposed to be the collector-friendly line. So, and the core is supposed to be the smaller line. And then there's the Origins size one. Okay. First up, we have fists for him. I'm going to take a look at the sword. It is a pretty nice representation of the power sword. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action in the new movie. Just for giggles, we're going to take a look at the Masterverse power sword immediately next to it. Yeah, there we go. Masterverse is a little bit bigger, but that's to be expected with the difference in scale. He-Man himself, as far as likeness to Nicholas Galitzine, however you pronounce it, is pretty good. So let's get the Skeletor box in here so we can see that. I mean, yeah, that's good enough. Close enough for me. I like all the gold studs on the harness. The cross on the front is out of a translucent plastic. Looks like you can remove the harness, which is pretty sweet. Does not appear like you can easily remove the skirted straps. And it is glued on in the front, so that's not a thing. But the wrist bracers are nice. The details are good all the way around. The sculpt on the hair is good. The sword just snugs right there, perfect like. The boots are all strappy. Interesting knee backs. The elbows are also interesting. We'll see how it articulates here in just a moment. But he stands easily. Before we get to the articulation, we're going to zoom back out so I can bring in my measurement arch. I dashed this up together the other day. Boom. 1 inch all the way up to 10. I'll take a look at the Masterverse Anniversary He-Man. He comes just a bit above the 7-inch mark, about 7 1/4. And we're going to take a quick look. Oh, don't you fall over. I'm going to take a quick look at the 2 movie He-Mans over here. Dolph Lundgren versions. This one in the back is the end of the Classics line. He comes to just above 7 inches. And this one was put out by Mattel as a as just another version, I suppose, with the Masterverse body style and articulation. About the same height, pretty much. Very similar figure with a different articulation scheme. Let's get the new one in here. Standing straight up and down, right at the 6.5 range. So they nailed it there. They nailed the scale, the 6.5 number there. Let's get the articulation going, shall we? How about it? Maybe you can hear the gooses. It does have lots of movement in the head there. You can look all around. It's got the neck peg ball situation going. Bury the chin. Can't really look up because of the harness and the hair. If you, and there's the top of his head. You might be able to heat that up, do a little something with that, but came off easy enough. You can fix that, no problem. Let's look at the arms. Pretty good T-pose there. There's a bit of a shrug to the joint. You can go up and down a little bit. Forward to there. Back to there. More than there could be, so not complaining there. These will probably transfer to the upcoming DC line. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Pinless. Because of the bicep musculature, it only goes there. I bet these bracers can come off. Let's see. Let's take his hand off. The bracers can come off, so you can slim him down even more. Sweet. It fits on just the right way. We're going to leave the grip hand on, of course. Let's see. Let's take a look at that peg while we're out here. It is a ball peg. Yeah. Which can turn any which direction you want. I don't mind that. So you can get that going whichever way you like. Same but opposing on this one. If he had flat palms, he could face palm, which is pretty sweet. I'm guessing this bracer comes off as well. And it does. Very nice. A lot has been said about the ability to grab the power sword from the back. Let's drop that in there. And he totally can do that, which is pretty freaking dope. It's got plenty of articulation there. Let's pop the harness off. Fat pegs there. Pops off like that. Pull his head off and just, you got the musculature there. I think a lot of the gapping in the torso in the middle here, probably down to just how the joint rests. You know, because you can close that up. See, it was kind of leaning like a back tip in the torso. So the gap's pretty good, but if you bring that forward a little bit and use the hip joints, straighten them up, it closes that gap right up. If you're really bugged by it, you can put a bit of leather or something in there. But there's adjustments you can make, is what I'm saying. Well, let's put his harness back on. And if a little bit of gap in a plastic action figure is a deal breaker for you, you don't want it that bad. You're looking for stuff to bitch about. I'm liking this guy so far. I'm hoping the movie doesn't suck like everybody else. But I've got an open mind for it. Let's see. Split. I'm going to leave his head off for a minute. The joints have all been nice and smooth. No thigh cut. Double jointed knees. So far I'm liking the articulation. The knees feel stiff, but it's good and smooth. Not loose. Boot cut. All kinds of ankle movement. And you go up, you can down. You can twist, make it look like you got a broken leg. You know. I think this is a pretty nice figure. I'm not complaining one bit. Quite happy with this guy. Sword fits in his hand quite nicely. Let's see, which way does the ball currently go? There, that way. Okay. Just got to figure out which way the ball is going to get the pose that you want. Everybody wants the classic sword raised pose, naturally. You can do a fair job of it. Maybe not perfectly up and down, but pretty good enough if you ask me. About the same as any of the other ones so far. That's cool. Alright, folks. That's going to be it for He-Man for the moment. Put him over here. Let's bring up Skeletor. How about that? Skeletor, as portrayed in the upcoming film by Jared Leto. People are hating on it, but I don't know why. I think Jared Leto is quite a good actor. People are just sour on him because of previous roles that didn't meet expectations, I think. But they're not all his fault. Oh yeah, there's a contents part here. I missed that on the He-Man. Out comes the Havoc staff. Yeah. Snake Mountain and surrounding area. Very cool artwork there. Some of the early looks at the figure at the conventions look like he had cloth goods cape or cloak, whatever you want to call it, but he does not. It is plastic or rubber, rubberized, whatever term you like to use. I think that's good for the blade. Crinkle, crackle. Alright. There we go. Got his head out of there. Leave him there. We're going to put this back in here like we did for He-Man. I like the looks at his voice, if you can get a look at a voice, are pieces of dialogue in the trailers and things are pretty nice, if you ask me. A deep, rich tone to his voice. I like this hand. Got an open gesturing hand for the right side. He's got a fist for the left. Really interesting blue. It reminds me of Sweet Tarts. I'm going to call that my Sweet Tart Skeletor. The Havoc staff is a pretty nice ram's head. It look like blue jewels there in the eyes. There's a difference to the eyes. The right one to me looks fuller. I don't know, maybe it's the reflection. The kickback in the neck of it is really interesting. It's like a gaffy stick, if that's the right word. Nice tipped spear tip pommel there. Skeletor himself. I like the look. It's hard to look under the hood, but he does have red eyes in there. The jaw does open and close. Get that in a minute. I really like the harness here, the jewel in his chest, the muscular sculpt, all veiny and weird. The belted skirt, leather skirt there. The bracers, musculature, obviously gonna have a lot in common with He-Man there, but be even more sculpted than He-Man because of the almost skinless texture to him. Really nicely detailed boots. Lots of use of purple and dark purple here. The hood and the upper cloak are one piece. The lower cloak is attached to the shoulder harness. Yeah, sure. Obviously, you can see the bone chainmail look to it there. Really nice texture. It's got a lot of give to it. So you get a little bit of movement, but a wired cloth goods would give you even more. But it is glued down, so if you wanted to do some modifying, you'd have to really be careful and pop a lot of glue there. So let's go over articulation. Let's pop his head off. He's got the top of his peg in black to simulate the back of his throat when he opens his mouth. The skull is glued into the hood, so to change the angle you would really have to do a lot of work there. As you can see, the mouth opens quite a bit, but because of the neck ball, you can only get so much out of that. The neck itself can move around quite a bit. Put his head back on. So you can basically bury the chin. The cloak piece comes up in the backs like so. You can't really look up too much because of that. He's got plenty of rotation, but the hood will catch. I think I like this Skeletor a little bit open mouthed, so that's how he's gonna be. You don't have the harness like He-Man there, the chest armor to get in the way, so you can do the same forward, same back, up and down. Yeah, these joints feel really nice. Let's take off the wrist bracer for a moment. Yeah, it's a little snug, but it will come off. See? So you can get that kind of range if you don't have it on there. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's figure out. Obviously the point will go in the back, I'm guessing. Just like, or on the up, there we go. Just gotta find just the right spot and it'll slide on in there. There it is. And that pops right back on. There's no gapping in his torso because the belted piece is a little bit higher. Pretty good range here. Splits. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. They have drop down hips. Yeah, see? So you can get them in different fighting poses by employing the drop down hip. I had forgotten about that. There's boot cut. His only accessories are the hands and the Havoc staff. It would be cool if he had come with the sword, but it's entirely possible he doesn't use one in the new movie. We don't know yet. We have not seen that. So we're gonna get the staff in his hands. You know, before we do that, let's get the measuring gauge out. We're gonna hit the Motu Classics Super 7 one out. He is just a hair below 7 inches. He had a sword, Havoc staff, and the Cosmic Key. This one also came with the Cosmic Key. He is a little more colorful than the first one. He is also just over the 7-inch mark. This one, the new one, I'm guessing will hit that 6.5 mark straight on. 6 5/8 is what I'm saying. So just a hair over He-Man, but it's probably due to the hood. Let's get that Skeletor back up there. And naturally, he's going to be a dickhead and not want to stay up there. There. Stay there, you bastard. Straighten up, go there. Let's get a 1-to-1 comparison to the anniversary Skeletor. He doesn't look out of place with the sword. Alright, let's get the staff in there. Because he can double wield, let's have him do so. Let's see which way is his ball joint going. This way, okay. Like I said, if you're unsure which way the ball joint is going, just wiggle them around until you get it. Fingers are stiff. This Havoc staff is quite thin, so you would not want to bend it too far. Yeah, we're in the stage where I'm just playing a little bit, folks. Let's see. Adjust his jaw back up a little. There we go. That looks pretty freaking cool to me, folks. What do you think? I like these guys. I like these guys quite a bit. Let's see, can he dual wield the sword? Pretty close. With a little effort, he probably could dual wield something. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. I'm happy with these guys. Hope you guys are. Oh, size comparison to a G.I. Joe figure. I'd say that's right in that range. This guy is 6 5/8 or so. So yeah, compares with G.I. Joe's in size. Ladies and gents, I think that's going to do it for my Masters of the Universe Chronicles He-Man and Skeletor review. Let me know what you think of these figures in the comments. Let me know what you think of the review. Let me know what you think of the upcoming film that nobody's freaking seen yet. What are your thoughts? Are you optimistic? Are you being a douchebag and hating on it already? Let me know all the things, guys. Yeah. And of course, if I like your comment, I will like it and probably return comment. But if you're a complete douchebag, I will just delete it. Looks like these guys are at the doorway to Grayskull. I love it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know all the things. Deuces. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power.